Tonight, a brand new series debuts on clickorlando.com and News 6's other digital platforms called Solutionaries. It aims to tackle issues you often hear about on our newscasts.
We know the name might be a little different, and that's because the show is likely different from anything you've ever watched before. So News 6 investigator Lewis Bolden is part of the Solutionaries team and is here to tell us more. Lewis?
Ooh, I have to tell you, I am so excited about this. Now, this show is taking a whole new approach to presenting news. First, the name, Solutionaries. A solutionary is basically someone who identifies a system that doesn't work and then finds a solution. So we're highlighting the people in our community who are doing that. Now, first you'll notice the show has a different look. I'm hosting it. I am not a traditional guy. And it is not your traditional news studio with an anchor sitting behind a desk. In this first episode, we're tackling a big problem, policing in America. Now, we're not just showing you the problems, we are also showing you the solutions. Since 2015, listen to this, nearly a quarter of all people killed by police officers have had a known mental illness. That's according to NPR. In our first episode, News 6's Eric Von Anken highlights the Lake Mary Police Department. They have started the Mental Health Intervention Group so that officers don't always have to respond to calls about people with mental illness. Instead, this group can help the mentally ill get the services they really need on the front end.
When you have people that are suffering from mental illness and those individuals do not have access to food, a lot of times they don't take their medication.
We wanted to be a part of this initiative. Over the last couple months, we've had an increase in our behavioral health population, and this is a great way for us to intervene with these patients sooner than later during their time of crisis.
So that's just one example. We have an hour-long show full of solutions to the problems we have all seen with policing in our country. Now, here's what I want. I want you to watch this show from beginning to end because we put a lot into it. But I also understand if you don't have an hour, so you can watch it in segments. The first one I think is about 13 minutes long. That's the beauty of it being a digital show. Also, we tell great stories on TV, but TV does have time constraints. And on this show, we don't have to cut things down to a soundbite. We have a longer format so we can let things breathe a little bit more and allow people more time to explain things. Now, ladies, people in our newsroom have had a lot of questions about this show, and I'm sure you do too, so just fire away.
All right, well, my first question is, I've been hearing whispers that there's something going on here, and then everyone starts talking about Solutionary. So how did the show just come about in the first place?
Well, our company, Graham Media Group, came up with this idea after 2020. We had George Floyd, the pandemic, the last presidential election. You know, our country just seemed so divided. They had the idea that people should not feel powerless while facing problems. Now, the idea is that we can tackle those problems together. So when you watch the show tonight, you'll see you can submit any issue that you want us to take on, and we'll take it on.
And Lewis, I love the name because it's like solutions and revolutionaries, these people who are actually getting results. And we can watch this in a number of places.
Yes, that's a wonderful thing. It drops tonight at 8 p.m. on clickorlando.com, but you can also watch it on YouTube and on your smart TV with the News 6 app. It is free to download for Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire Stick users. So there are plenty of ways to watch.
It's a very exciting program, and we're looking forward to it, Lewis. Thank you.
Sure.